Připravte se, inspirace na dosah ruky přichází. V našem podcastu INION Talk zpovídáme inspirativní osobnosti z oblasti podnikání a biznisu v Karlovarském kraji.
Dobrý den, ahoj, vítám vás v dalším díle našeho videopodcastu INION Talk, který natáčíme se zajímavými osobnostmi z oblasti podnikání a biznisu v Karlovarském kraji. Dneska tu máme po dlouhé době hosty ze zahraničí a tak mi dovolte teď začít v angličtině. We have two great international guests here who are completely different yet, but from beautiful worlds. One is the world of high-level digital tech, data and artificial intelligence. The other world is of pure intuition, art, and emotional calm. Yes. Lorraine and Gabrio, welcome to our podcast show, INION Talk.
Thank you for giving. Thank you.
Great to be here.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Great to have you here. How are you guys today?
Yeah, excited.
Yeah, so far it's excited. It's my first time to have this podcast interview, so I'm quite excited. It's good.
Let's go to the first question. How did Italian strategist and Filipina artist actually meet?
Okay.
It's quite long story, but we met in London, and I was at the time I was a student, and he was doing photography. Yeah, and we met online actually. Yeah, it's a very modern love story, but we didn't have really a long distance relationship because we are in the same city in London. So the moment he wrote me a message from that
platform,
from the app, we met right away the following day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but at the time, a little story. Then I was not based in London at that time, so I was still living in Italy, and I came there just to find work and connections. So then I had to go back. So then we have to sort of find a way to not have too much a distance relationship. And one thing led to another. So eventually I managed to then move to London, and then we stayed together, and then many things happened there. So.
Yeah, it was, we stayed there for like 7 years in London. We lived there. We both working. It was really tough because London is very stressful city. It's like a rat race. People are really busy working, busy, and both of us working and still struggling because the living in London is very expensive. Yeah, so although we managed it and we're thankful for that, and eventually we got married.
Are you already answering me? How did you end up in Karlovy Vary? Maybe.
Oh wow!
That's later.
Before we end up in Karlovy Vary,
many things happen.
We move around many places, many countries, but the first one was in Edinburgh, in Scotland, for 6 months, and then we also moved to Malta. And
you were really searching for the perfect place, right?
Well, there's always different things that we also want. Sometimes different things, but one last thing about London is that although it was very stressful, as she said, I'm also very thankful for the experience there because I was able to kick off my career there, start the SEO at that time, which was only SEO. Now it's different there, and learn a lot very quickly because I think it's still a great launchpad for things, for ideas. But one thing though, it gives you a lot but takes a lot from you also. That's what I always say about London. If someone is considering going there, be prepared. So.
To answer your question, how we end up here, before that we moved so many places, and the last one in the Netherlands, and then in one Croatia. We stayed in Croatia for 3 years, and then we decided let's move somewhere not so isolated because Croatia, especially where we live in Rovinj, is a small town, and we decided let's check actually before we check the Czech. We check first the Slovakia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Much better here.
Yeah, and then a friend of him suggested, why don't you check Czech Republic, Prague? I said, okay, it's interesting. And then
we eventually checked Prague as well, and we stayed there for a bit. But it was tricky for apartment and stuff. And I have a nice connection here because then, Lorraine...
Yeah, and then I was searching because I noticed Prague, it's kind of similar to London, although a bit less hectic, but it's still it's kind
Same
of...
rush.
Yes, because we came from Croatia and then back again to as a big city. And then I decided, why don't we look for another place which is pretty and more relaxed? And then I used the ChatGPT. And then the ChatGPT gave me some tips, advices. Why don't you check this, that? And then I see this.
But
Karlovy
say
Vary.
how you search. You say, show me what are the most beautiful places in the Czech Republic where we can find things and connections and.
Yeah, and then I saw some picture of Karlovy Vary, and then I checking YouTube. I said, wow, it's a beautiful place. It looks relaxing, and one of the like a known European spa towns. So
there you go.
Yeah, and then we decided, why don't we visit the place? And then one day we are in Prague on that time, and we came to Karlovy Vary, and then we fall in love with the places.
Found an apartment here. That's it.
Yeah,
so.
and then we are here.
That's great. When was that?
2 months ago, I think.
Yeah, it's not that long time.
Not long time.
Yeah, we're still fresh here.
Newbies.
Newbies, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Lorraine, what are you doing? We see some paints here. What is your occupation as an artist?
Well, right now, I'm kind of new. I'm a contemporary artist. I paint mostly moon, mountains, more landscape, peaceful landscape. I think it reflects on my paintings, and these are one of my first painting. And at that time, I was still discovering because I never painted in my life and I was in my 40s. So this painting, I'm still in the safe side. I try to paint more, not so bold colors. So I'm trying to paint just in the safe side because, having a plain canvas and then with a brush, it's kind of intimidating at the beginning because I never...
But I'm going to paint.
Yeah, exactly. Because, this is blank and I don't know what to do. And I felt like, you know what, I just paint how I feel. So I painted, at the beginning, actually, I had this desire to painting something to his parents for a gift for their anniversary. That's the very, very first. They loved it. And seeing their reaction encouraged me to paint more. And that's the time to, I want more and more. And then it started as a curiosity and then eventually become passion and become part of my life.
What is your latest discovery about, being an artist, or what was the last thing you learned?
The one I learned is the moon, the texture.
The texture of the moon.
Yeah, because before I'm not really satisfied with my painting when it comes to the moon because it's so flat. Mm-hmm. So I want something more texture, not this one. I have some painting with the texture. So I check some artists, how they do the texture, and then it show more like a live of moon. Because moon is sun is beautiful also to paint. But for me, moon is like very interesting. It's very majestic. And also moon is like represent of rest.
Gabrio, you come from totally different world. Mm-hmm. Explain us, what are you doing?
Well, I do what I call growth marketing consulting, which is something which is, if you want, the evolution of the SEO, which was search engine optimization. So essentially it's helping brands and companies be visible, not only online, but more in their overall journey for whichever business, what do they have to do essentially. So I help them through the various channels to appear for their customers essentially. And then the brand of Lorraine now is becoming one of our new clients, is in a way a client as well, because helping the art brand to have more visibility has been a big challenge now, I have to be honest. It's very difficult. It's not easy. So, but it's something I very much enjoy because it's for me also creative, which I also like creative stuff. I used to do photography, but then sometimes when you do the marketing, it's a bit, programming essentially, or a programmatic way. You have to be very organized. So this is very creative, and I love it. So I'm helping through the growth here.
What is the most challenging part about bringing the art to public, making it visible?
Is standing out from the noise, because now we have in all channels a lot of noise, whether it's a Pinterest, and by the way, Lorraine has a great moon video, how to texture moon on Pinterest. I really recommend watching it. Then you have other, Instagram, Facebook, all the channels, and there's a lot of it. And for everything we have a surplus of things. So the most difficult thing is how to stand out, and we're still trying to find what is her, so to say, identity in the space online and offline. Because when people see paintings like this, what are the emotions that are being transported to them? Is not only the picture itself, is also the meaning, is what Lorraine wants to transmit. And we're trying to find what are the best communities. I think the offline area will be the best, like doing what we're doing here, exhibition. But then there's also the online growth there. So we're still exploring. So I don't have the answer yet.
You mentioned the exhibition. I think it's a perfect time to tell to the audience what we are preparing here together, the exhibition. Can you describe it for us?
The title of my exhibition is Beyond the Noise. To me, it represents of stepping away from pressure and distractions and constant stimulation of modern life. People nowadays we are bombarded with so many negativity around us. We are exhausted of this information, negative information. And also noise fatigue is real. And the title of my exhibition is like it feels like an invitation for people to pause for a moment and to experience the sense of calmness, peace and wonder and the presence again.
You know what? To our guests of podcast and even for visitors of our events, mostly from entrepreneurial community, I feel this topic really a lot, that they want to get to themselves some pause. They feel overwhelmed. That they found that the most important part in their businesses is to be able to stop for a while and get relaxed and slow down. So I think the topic that you are actually highlighting through your exhibition is really like recent, important topic. And I think everyone who feels this urgency in their soul internally should come. I think it would be great that we invite them to vernissage.
Yes.
That we are doing next week, 18th of June. Till what time the exhibition is actually taking place? Till what date?
It is in June 18 at 6 o'clock.
It will be the evening and then
the
extends
whole evening,
through August 14.
Gabriel, what's your point of view? Because you actually come from the field where all those data, technology is your topic. What is your perspective of the
I think these topics are a good question. They're really on point, as you said, because there's too much of everything. And even what I do, there's so many other people that do what I do. But what she mentioned about the AI-generated noise is real, because especially the last 2-3 years, we had tools for everything, subscriptions for everything, and people thought also, I need all these things, so signed up for potentially 20-30 tools, and they don't even know they need them, and then they see at the end of the month I have 30 things to pay. So it is a bit of an irony. So I think it's really on topic, and advice to entrepreneurs will be also take some time, step back and see what you have in terms of the tools you're using, because it takes time to learn how to use things, for instance, for one. So I think it's really true that there's too much of everything. One of my clients said to me, Gab, every week I get 15 emails for marketing on LinkedIn. I have marketing coming out of my ears. It's just too much. And this is a business person, a CEO from the UK. So it's just difficult to cut through the noise, in fact. So I think what Lorraine also is trying to do also with the art is more, helping people to pose, as she said, which I think is very actual. And if people can put this in their bedroom and living room, will it make them stop for a moment? If that happens, I think that will be achieving success, because that's what she expects,
totally
essentially.
Agree,
that will be her goal, to help someone. And believe me, having these ones, we have them at home right now.
I actually wanted to ask you if it helps you to stop.
We do have a hectic consultancy company, so at times I am also running around things. But we have one of those in the living room, and the latest one with the birds especially is in front of where we watch TV now. And I was just looking the other day and I thought, okay, that one really makes you pause and be at peace, especially the moon, because the moon is the element that makes you quiet, because it's always silent when there's a moon. It's a quiet time. So I think it does, but of course we're very biased here because it's our second business.
I will give an
now.
example, like his parents. That's the first one that I give them a gift, like a painting. And I was so surprised that they put the painting in their bedroom. They see my painting as a relaxing atmosphere. My painting for them was like a forest, very greenery. And I think they loved it, which I saw, and I'm so happy to see that they loved it. And seeing that in the bedroom, it means like it really feels that makes them relax.
And the first thing they see in the morning when they
and they see it in the morning, which is good.
What are the usual themes that you are expressing on canvas?
Mostly landscapes and more like mountains and the trees. The latest one, which is with the birds, and also before that, I also painted Mayon volcano. It's one of the landmarks in my country, Philippines. It's very that mountain is very, very active. Mayon volcano, and I wanted to show to my audience a different face of the Mayon volcano, because in my country Mayon volcano is always very active. But I wanted to show to people, especially to my country, that there's some face of the Mayon volcano that is peaceful, relaxing to see, and so majestic.
Eventually, every piece had a moon. Like this is my favorite, for example. You'll see it in person. The picture doesn't make justice, this one, by the way. You have to see it in person. That moon is very, very textured. And she had that video showing how she did it. And that's super powerful for me. And they really stand out. And we have people commenting on the moon, how it balances the tension in the painting. People see different things, so it's interesting seeing how a painting resonates with other people differently.
Influence people in the room.
Yeah, which might be different than what the artist wanted. Someone said that village looks alien.
I was so surprised because I never thought about it, because I just painted with a sense of community. And then there's one comment like, oh, it looks like an alien. I was surprised about that.
Okay, I see radioactive community.
There you go.
Yeah.
We have third guest here with us, Rocky.
He was sleeping down there.
It is your dog. He is a part of creative process as well.
Yeah. You want to meet him? Hi, Rocky, come.
Yeah, sure, Rocky.
He was sleeping right now. But is our baby. Say hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Is he painting with you?
Yeah, I had one painting with Rocky. I was just inspired to paint him. I painted with like with a firefly, and it's like a dreamy Rocky playing with the firefly. I really love that one because it really shows Rocky's playful soul, yeah, exactly. And dogs are very playful, but for me, because I'm very biased, he's my baby, our baby, and I love Rocky.
Rocky also inspired the name of my company.
That's
so.
right. I was like, he's Rocky. You have this platform, Rocky 4.
And the Rocky SEO is the name of the company. So
even.
So inspired by mountains and the name of the dog. Yeah.
It is actually an approach to AI, driven visibility, right?
Well, that's one of the strategies we do, which is the latest one I've done, which helps visibility in the AI space. But things have also changed because it's not only about that, it's more about how we help your brand. And it can apply to both small businesses and big businesses. And there are, visibility things that can happen for both. It's just the small businesses sometimes have less maybe budgets available to do things, so
sure.
they want to start and they want to do it themselves now. So that's also another thing.
Mm-hmm. So is there anything you could recommend to small business owners how to be visible in AI-driven?
I'll give one small tip for free, essentially. So but it's nothing crazy new, but it's more your FAQ section, your frequently asked questions. Make sure it's present on your website, so whatever the business is, and try to answer questions as you would in a conversation, what we're doing here. So, and that's what kind of resonates with the AI search these days.
Okay.
Because people search, small parentheses, longer queries these days. They don't search restaurant Karlovy Vary, essentially. They search restaurant in Karlovy Vary where I can go with my dog and I want to spend X. They search longer queries. And to capture those, you need to be, doing certain things on your website. And the most obvious one is to create a good FAQ section, because the AI search will also look in your website. Different people will tell you different. For me, this is one key area. So still optimize your content, come up with a content strategy. But one area is the FAQs, because those will then connect to what the AI will scan and go through. So answer good questions, answer also in a wordy way, don't answer one-liner.
Yes,
4
words.
Yes. Do you allow dogs at your restaurant? Yes. Try to elaborate a little bit. Of course, within reason. No need to say things that are out of topic. But then, you can explain that. And people also use voice these days. It's another key area. When Lorraine asked for the beautiful places in the Czech Republic and then recommended Karlovy Vary, I can't remember if you used voice. Did you use voice or no at that time?
No, at that time, no. I just type it.
Because I use voice a lot, for example, also for dictating things or summaries, and when I need things, also for searching, and then I will refine eventually. So people are using this more. Voice used to be a big thing in SEO probably 5-6 years ago, but it didn't happen. And then now eventually with the AI search is really happening because it got quite good. Still get things wrong here and there, but for the most part is good. So. Yeah.
You are preparing a series of workshops on various topics. Could you introduce those topics and how they can be helpful to business owners?
Well, the majority of topics will be in this area where we are more for small entrepreneurs, how to optimize their visibility. And it's not the principle still remains, whether you're a small brand or big brand. You want to be part of the conversation, essentially. You want to be part of your niche, your key area of expertise, whatever is tourism, hotels, or innovation, as we're here in the Innovation Center. So you need to be part of the conversation. And how you do that, through, having one strategy that then walks you through all your journey online. The topics will cover support for small businesses, more strategic support than execution. This is more an open conversation, pun intended here, because I want to understand how people approach this here in the region, if they're using tools, they're not. Because from my experience now, people tend to do more things themselves because there's so many tools available. I will do everything. So the work of the consultants is changing more in the strategic aspect. So where I can see that being more, happening than execution. Although for my project, I still do execution on some of the projects, but it changes, and there's not one way fits all. So that's one thing I like to do for our company. Then we do bespoke custom solutions depending whichever client we have. So whether it's a franchise solution or is an intelligence system for running AI programs, we can do that, and I'm quite involved with that. So it will be more practical tips and an open conversation, essentially. Then I cannot tell more because I want to have people come into the workshop.
Sure. And when we can expect them?
That should be around September, October. We change dates a little bit, so that will be around that time.
That's great. I'm curious. What is your current view of Karlovy Vary and people here?
Okay, you wanna take this already?
Well, Karlovy Vary overall is it's a beautiful small city and compact, and you can walk around in the city center. It's really beautiful, and I find it very peaceful and also safe in general. And I also noticed, because when we are in Prague, especially when you have a dog, in Prague there's a lot of dog that is unleashed, and I'm not comfortable with that, because you don't know, because after all they're still animal, and when they don't like each other they attack. So I'm not really comfortable with that when I see it. But here in Karlovy Vary, I noticed people are more disciplined. Yes, more disciplined. When they free their dog, but when they see us, they put right away.
Or other dogs. Yeah.
With other dog with a leash. Because especially this dog, Rocky, is very, Rocky Balboa.
Fighter.
Fighter, yeah, exactly. And when you see a big dog, especially male dog, he's very he will bark like crazy. Even though he will not attack, he's just noisy. And of course, the other dog can also attack him, because we experienced that in Croatia.
And what about this international community of expats? Do you have already friends from other countries here in Karlovy Vary?
We did
some, and on the English, I have to be honest, there is some challenges here sometimes.
Yes.
So just I want to say for what it is, there are, I think it's a bit extreme. I was telling to her, because we found people such as you guys here in the center that are super welcoming and open for discussing and giving also great opportunities, which is one of the reasons we're here. And then there are other people we notice very close. And there's no in the middle. It's extreme. That's
okay.
One
that's
thing.
Interesting perspective.
We did notice, and we are member of one international community on Facebook, and there are quite a bit of expats there. So there are some events there, and so I would say advice also for someone considering to coming here, do your research, do spend some time online and check out connections, LinkedIn. I met your colleague Stefanka actually through LinkedIn. Then we went to a first creative event, and then she introduced here your amazing center. So one thing led to another without too much difficulty. It was very simple, I have to say. So that was great.
I totally agree. And in Croatia, the last place we live is really isolated. Here, even though it's a small city, there's more activities. And when it comes to community and activities and meeting people from different backgrounds, I even met some my co-Filipinos.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's some small community here, Filipinos. But in Prague, there's more. But here in Karlovy Vary,
in Prague, there is more of everything.
Yes.
True.
So I was so surprised that there is some community that is good. Not necessarily Filipino, but there's some other Southeast Asian country like Thailander, some Vietnamese. So it's really nice that there's some different nationalities, and to be exposed to different kind of culture is really makes your mind open mind, broad, and also you become more adaptable. Yes, exactly, and also you can get the pro and cons of each countries and their culture, or to avoid certain things that you become more sensitive to people. So it's really good.
And when I look at you guys, it's so inspirational that you come here in Karlovy Vary. Both of you are building something. You are from different countries, and I think that Karlovy Vary, they always attracted this kind of spirit because of thermal water and famous spa. I would love to, attract that more, to have people around us from different countries, because I think it's really then inspirational for all the people included in the community. And I think as each of those community, each member does something different, it's really enriching, and I would love to develop that more around the Creative Center Varieta. That would be really great. And I'm interested, what is your objective? What success looks like for you currently?
I think meeting people, new people, and also having a good relationship with them.
Establishing the brand.
Establish the brand, and also soon my exhibition, as I mentioned. I think that would be great for me, and I think also a success for me when they feel what I wanted to convey, like the calmness, the peace, and a pause for a moment for their daily life pressure. So I think that one is, for me, that's a success.
What about you, Gabrio?
Well, sort of related, I think, is more the establishing connections and building something meaningful for the business we do, which will be either running a workshop or helping local businesses or doing some conferences in Prague also sometimes, because I have to be honest, I go there sometimes because the startup scene is big. It would be great to bring it here also. So I would be happy to work together with you guys to try to do some more events, to bring people from Prague to here.
That would be great.
Yeah, because I think that's what she said is true. And every time we go to Prague, the traffic is just insane, and here is quiet and peaceful. And it doesn't mean you cannot do work here. Actually, on that note, success also for me is being able to come up with creative ideas, which I wouldn't have otherwise. And what we notice is that when we are in a busy place, you have too much overhead that you don't have space for creative stuff. So although I really like Prague for many things. Again, I don't like the noise, the confusion, the prices, and those things. And we stayed there 2 months, and I thought, if we stay here and we don't find a nice neighborhood, quiet, out of the buzz, I will have less ideas here, and then have less time, and so on and so on. So we didn't...
And it start to spin.
Yeah, and we didn't find a nice apartment in a nice, quiet neighborhood. That was very difficult. So eventually, then, when we came here, and there are challenges everywhere. But then I thought, okay, here definitely there's more space. You can have a pause, and that's when ideas come. For me, sometimes I get strategy ideas while walking a Rocky. And that's something that I found invaluable. Or I better I do that in the quiet times. That's when your mind starts having the more creative
What
time.
was your latest discovery you liked? Building, surrounding, path, or zone in Karlovy Vary or somewhere else in Karlovarský kraj, in Karlovy Vary region?
We had a really nice area which was
in the forest.
Very inspiring in the forest.
Somewhere in the forest.
Yeah, but
because there's the access here of the nature is
very
amazing.
easy,
It's very
super
easy.
easy. Take
And
the car.
we really, both of us, we love nature. We love to remove our shoes and walking
connect
barefoot.
for grounding.
To ground yourself, and it's very healthy, by the way. And also hugging a tree because they're very, they're grounded.
Yeah, so
it's
sorry if I
really-
interrupt. We shot one of the latest promo videos for the birds, the painting, in the forest here. And that was I'll pick up the address. I cannot remember that one. It's about 20 minutes from the city center drive, and that one was extremely relaxing. And then
it's beautiful.
I thought, we have to do this more. So it's not that I recommend everybody go out in the forest, but it's certainly something that has health benefits.
You know, you cannot avoid forests here.
We are surrounded by greenery.
We are surrounded by forests, and Karlovy Vary is actually the greenest city in the Czech Republic. Some interesting fact for you.
That's good.
But I have one question: how cold it is in the winter? Is it really freezing here?
Yeah.
It is.
Wait for that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Buckle up a lot.
Yeah, we have also a lot of warm clothes here, so
Yeah.
there will be days that you will have to stay at home. Let's put it that way.
Oh, wow. Okay then.
So maybe those days we go to Italy, maybe for a little while. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
You have planned already. Last question. What would you recommend to entrepreneur or creator at the beginning who wants to start their activity in Karlovarský kraj, in Karlovy Vary region? What would be your tips?
Well, tips will be do some research online much before you move, because we've been again connected here, but from the outset it was not so simple to find the connection. So I would say spend some time on LinkedIn, on other networks, and leverage your connections. Ask around before coming and moving. Connect with the brilliant people here at the INION. Now we know them. So I would say doing some research online is essential first. Because it does take time. That was at least our experience. And I think on that, a city like Prague will have a bit of an edge because resources are more available there. And that's, I think, is the big challenge, where I think naturally people go to Prague first. Yeah. And then eventually, maybe like we did, then they find their way and they go to a place better suited for what they're looking for. And then things can change always.
Thank you. And thank you for great advices. We are really happy to have you here and looking forward to joint activities like exhibitions and workshops. It's really great.
Thank you also for giving me this opportunity to display my art, and I'm really happy to do this. I'm excited for next week for this exhibition.
Thank you.
Us too. It will be great.
Yeah, looking forward.
Looking forward to exhibition. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Radka.
Bye.
Thank you, Radka. And Rocky.
And Rocky.